I'm Ian Jannetta, spokesman for Metro. I'm going to give you a few updates for today. On service today, we began with 31 trains with 2 additional trains, gap trains, if you will, around the system to reduce crowding and compensate for any unscheduled maintenance issues. Performance yesterday, we had about 65% of trains arriving within 2 minutes of their scheduled time. We're working to improve that every day. We continue to thank our customers for their patience as we get service improved as quickly as we can safely do. A ridership update, we had about 151,000 trips on rail yesterday, which is more or less the same as we saw last Monday, which was the first day of our reduced service. We are coordinating internally to move 32 2000 and 3000 series rail cars out of Shady Grove. I know the general manager spoke to the logistical issues involved there yesterday. We're currently working to clear a track to start the process of moving those trains out. In addition, we're working to inspect and release additional 2000 series rail cars into service. We continue to re-access those, put them through the necessary inspections and testing to get those back into service as quickly as safely as possible. Our 7000 series cars, a quick update, we have now completed inspections of all, 748 of those. There were 20 axles found to be out of alignment. We are submitting our testing plan to the WMSC tomorrow for review and approval, which, as you know, is the next step in the process of getting them back into service. Quick update about what to expect later this week. On Thursday, Metro's Chief Safety Officer and Chief Operating Officer will give an update at the Public Board of Directors meeting on Thursday. That will include an outline of our service plan as we move into November next week. So with that, please raise your hand if you have any questions. I know this was a quick one today. We'll have more for you tomorrow and again on Thursday at the board meeting. But if there's anything I can address for you now, Tom Rousey, you were first.
Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it. And I wanted to ask the 31 trains with the 2 gap trains, is that an increase of 1 from yesterday, or is that about the same yesterday?
I believe it was the same as, I believe we began service with 31 yesterday as well, right?
Okay, and the 20 axles you said were found to be out of alignment on the 7000 series. That's in addition to, I think it was that the number the NTSB reported, that's just a slight increase on the number they had said a week ago Monday, correct?
I'll double check with that to confirm with you. I don't think there's a disparity there, but if there is, we'll get back to you to try to clarify what that is.
All right, and last question, any time estimate on how long it's going to take to lay a track to get those trains out of Shady Grove?
Unfortunately, no. We'll continue to provide you updates every day. Don't currently have an estimate. Again, it's hard logistical work that they're working through. We're trying to do it as quickly as we can, but keeping in mind that the safety of our customers and our employees is paramount right now. Justin, George.
Yeah, hi, Ian, thanks. I just want to ask you, when you say 20 axles are out of alignment, does that mean that they also have the defect where the wheels are widening for an unknown reason?
I think the causation there is something that's pertinent to the NTSB investigation. That is what we found in our inspections, which is what I can report to you today.
Is that additional, though? I just want to ask, are those new compared to what we've heard before from the NTSB?
So we've just recently completed the inspections of every car. So that is the total that we found as a result of our inspections of every single 7000 series. Anything else, Justin?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Jordan?
Yeah, just a few listener/reader questions. And I think Metro's addressed this before, but just wanted an official explanation. And a lot of people are upset with the peak fares still in effect. Obviously, on weekends, Metro's figured out how to do a $2 flat fare. Is there any way to put that $2 flat fare throughout the week? And any thoughts of doing that?
Yeah, it's a good question. As you know, the $2 flat fare on weekends was the result of a budget passed by the board. If I can check to see if that's something they're taking a look at. As you know, changing fares is a complicated process that sometimes takes weeks and months of planning. So as we get a better sense of how long it's going to be till we have our 7Ks back, we can continue to follow up on that.
And one other quick question. I know Metro said that they're, kind of tapped out on operators and buses. Had a lot of people asking about what train operators are doing at this time, if they're just kind of on standby or what they're working on. And some people were wondering if they, a lot of them are prior bus drivers. Would they be able to, fill some holes if needed, bring in some outside buses like you guys have done previously for like station shutdowns, that sort of thing? Is that an option?
Understood. Yeah. I can get back to you on the particulars on the rail operator schedules, but we have, in addition to 90% of our pre-pandemic service on Metro bus, that includes the physical buses themselves. So it's only one part of the equation.
Right. But no talk of like, I know they've brought in like charter bus type things for station shutdowns in the past. Is there a need for that at this point, or is that an option?
Continue to analyze where we might see crowding on Metro bus to see if there are alterations we can make to increase service on particular lines at particular times. We have not seen a significant boost in Metro bus ridership. We continue to have very good capacity out there for folks who are choosing Metro bus as an alternative to rail. And we encourage folks to continue to do that, if possible, if it makes sense for their trip.
Great, thanks.
All right, anything else before we wrap for today? And again, we will have another update tomorrow and then followed by Thursday's board meeting update. All right, thank you everyone, appreciate it.
Thank you.